Hey everyone, this is Austin, and welcome back to another review of, Danmachi. And I'm gonna start just saying around 2 o'clock, expect this kind of review, or 3 the latest, 3:30 kind of thing. But yeah, so this is actually my favorite episode of Danmachi so far, and it was a very powerful episode. It set up a lot of things, and honestly, I can't wait to. Let's, get right into the review. So, we see, Xanis bringing Lili to Soma, and basically he brings her in, speaking for her, saying that she'll change her ways and serve the Familia, be a loyal, servant kind of thing. And Lili basically begs Soma right after that to leave the Familia, making, Xanis look completely like a clown. Yay, put some clown emojis for that fool in the comments, please. But anyways, all jokes aside, we see that Lili now has this, she can get out of it, but Xanis kind of told her that she has to pay 10 million Valis to leave the Familia, and kind of giving this whole sense of, oh yeah, you can leave, but it's going to be near impossible, so haha kind of thing. And we get a flashback to, Lili and Xanis on that rooftop, and Xanis told Lili that the Hestia family has kind of just been using her for their own greed, and Lili kind of bargains a deal with Xanis to kind of call off the Soma family that's attacking, if we remember episode 2, Hestia and Belle. And she basically traded her life to save Belle's. And this is why I like Lili a lot. She's a very good character, a very golden heart character, to say the least. But we see after that Soma knows about Lili's transformation magic. We kind of hear a little bit about that. And it was quite interesting, that part right there. And I really like the beginning because it kind of set up that Soma's kind of just guy that just doesn't listen. He just makes his wine and everything, and people just do whatever needs to be done to get some of his divine wine. I know that's a really bad joke right then and there. I apologize, but the title was better. But anyway, so we see that we have the good old, I want to call them, I forgot the familiar name, but the cat girl and the cat girls kind of talking about how Hestia isn't going to the gods meeting, and we kind of have them just, I like this point of view from an anime because, as I keep saying, it breaks that whole thing of it needs to be focused on one person. This anime can go to multiple people, which is a very refreshing thing. And this episode honestly reminded me why I like Danmachi as an anime in the series, and I'm not really considered reading the light novels. Not gonna lie, but we see Sire kind of talk about how, Belle won't run. She has hope for Belle, and she doesn't think Belle's that kind of low. And it's clear that she likes Belle. I mean, it's clear as day. But will Belle see that? No, he respects her. Can we get an F in the chat for the good old Hestia there? Yeah, poor Hestia. But we see that Lili is actually being currently held in a brewery of the Soma's family, and the kind of Hestia is picking this apart, and she's having a meeting about it. And we of course have someone kind of be realistic, saying that, hey Hestia, you kind of need to worry about the good old games before Lili. You need to get stronger, and there's a craft in this madness, to say the least. But basically, she's planning to get Lili back, and people from different familias we learn about, the games, how they can't participate in other, games. It's not their place to, and it kind of makes sense. It's a familia game, nonetheless. And it was good to get a little, background of this. And we see Belle's training for the game with Ice, and we see, this is the thing I want to point out for a lot of people that are saying just Belle is just straight out overpowered. Belle himself isn't strong. When he's with a group of friends or a group of people, he's strong enough to continue going forward, which is a good thing. And I just want to quickly touch about Hestia here, because I feel like this is the appropriate time. Hestia, she has grown so much. I know this is kind of funny to say grown up so much, but yeah. So we go to the, gods meeting, and we see Apollo at the meeting, and he's angry that Hestia isn't coming because she's sick. Obviously Loki and some others think that she's lying and she's going to run, and we see Hestia show up, and we kind of have this little sit down discussion about what's to come, what's the game, and kind of set up the playing field. And I just want to talk about how I love Hermes and Freya. I just really love a lot of the characters so far. And Apollo is really creepy, but he's a good villain nonetheless, and I don't need to spell out why he wants Belle. It's been implied, so do what you will with that, nonetheless. So we basically have the rundown of if Hestia loses, she loses Belle, and Belle goes to Apollo, and if she wins, Apollo will agree to any of the terms of what Hestia wants. Basically, anything that Hestia wants, she'll get, nonetheless. And it's interesting. We have Hermes, being the neutral person, going through the lottery. We find out that the whole game is going to be a siege, and Apollo thinks that Hestia, this is before, is lazy because she only has one child in her familia. I mean, damn. That's all I gotta say. And we see Apollo kind of makes Hestia's family the attackers, and Hermes actually speaks up. This is why I like Hermes a lot, and how it's not fair since, Hestia only has one member. And Apollo is against, Hestia getting help, but Freya steps in and just completely eggs on Apollo, and it's just I'm going to talk about the ending at the end. Actually, I'll save that for last. But Freya basically helps out Belle, and that's kind of who she is. And I know a lot of people are going to be upset, but I ship her and Belle. I'm not going to lie. I know it's her or Ryu, but nonetheless, great character. And we see that Belle can only have one helper and has to be outside of the town, according to Apollo. And all the gods just call him petty because Apollo is really trying his best to get Belle. And I mean, it was a really hilarious thing. But we see that Hestia kind of talks about she has one person in mind, and they'll get that person after they rescue Lili. And now we get to Lili, and we see that Xenos is checking up on Lili in the cell, and he basically tells Lili that she's going to only be used for her magic because it can make her a fortune. And we kind of just see his true face of him being filled with greed because he wants to get that divine wine. Can we, honestly, I want a shirt for that. Can we get that out of Danmachi, please? But the Belle and crew actually make it to the brewery, and well, not Belle, but the Welfin crew, because Belle's training. That's right. But Xenos actually threatens Lili to give her some Soma's wine and become a loyal follower. And that kind of just we all saw what happens when people do that. They get very obsessed about it, and they kind of just do anything for it. We saw that kind of previously in the last season. But we see the man of the hour, Chadar, however you say his name, he doesn't like Xenos, and he gives Lili the keys to escape. And I'm just going to say right here, this man, he deserves a golden star. Honestly, just someone, whoever designed this character, the author, just please, just give him a golden star in the anime. That's all I ask, because he is a realist. Because that guy, yeah. But anyways, continue on. We see that Welf and Mikoto's group are fighting, and Lili tells them to leave, and Hestia tells Lili that Belle needs her, and starts going on about how Belle has never abandoned her. She's implying that, Lili has abandoned Belle a couple times, but Lili still feels responsible for Belle getting hurt from a while ago, and we see Belle kind of training with Ice and her crew. I forgot her other name. I think it's Tonya, but we just see that he's still working. We get a background, and Lili thinks that she's a rotten person still, and she kind of beats herself up for what happened previously, and it's something that she doesn't let go that easily, and it's understandable. And Lili actually goes and runs up the stairs to Soma, and she begs Soma to stop the fighting and the courtyard kind of thing. And Soma actually this is the powerful scene I actually really wanted to talk about, because I think this is what made the episode the best episode in my opinion so far. I'm pretty sure we'll have something that's better, but nonetheless, it's still a powerful thing. And basically, Soma gives Lili the divine wine and saying, right here, I'll hear you out, since she begged before. And this is kind of a test of her, how far she's come as a person. And we see that Lili just goes through everything, and she still pulls through for Belle. And Soma actually listens to Lili over Xenos, and Xenos tries to kind of attack Lili out of being angry about her convincing Soma. And we see Welfin Nasya save her, and Lili now joins the Hestia family, and she's saved. And honestly, that right there, that scene gave me goosebumps because it was so good. And this is why I love Danmachi, or is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? don't want to say that too many times because I feel tired of not getting enough oxygen. But we see after, that Take was trying to consider how to, help out Hestia. He wants a way to help her because everyone knows it's not fair what Apollo is doing, and Apollo is being very petty. And I mean, it's true. And we see, Mikado actually wants to join Belle's Familia, and along with, Wealth. And we see the person that was supposed to be negotiating with Hermes is actually, Ryu. And we get this scene at the end about, Belle and Ice, and Ice tells Belle, when you are almost defeated, that is your chance to win. And as contradictory as it sounds, pay attention to that one. But overall, wrap up this episode. Honestly, really good episode, and I can't wait for the next episode, honestly. Who's your favorite girl so far? I'm still on the Lili, Mikado, Ryu, and Freya train. I know that's crazy as it is. Those are my favorite characters. I'm curious about yours. Tell me in the comments. But overall, it was a good episode. Not to have Belle, the main character of the series, not in there, and it still was a really good episode. And that's a very rare thing. I mean, look at Darling in the Franxx. If you didn't have Zero Two, it would have never been a good anime. But great episode, honestly. And as I said before, can't wait for this fourth episode and the whole games to continue. And I can't wait for Ryu's kind of moment to shine. And I really, if you have not picked up this season yet, please do. But anyways, guys, I apologize for the late video and everything. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. I'll have, of course, Mamoko's good old anime review tomorrow. I know some of you are going to ask me, so don't worry. That'll be probably 3:30 or 4, depending on the time when I get it done. So yeah, I'm trying to make a schedule for you guys, nonetheless. But anyways, do consider joining the Discord, because I'm going to pin that in the comment kind of thing. And yeah, share, like, subscribe. You know what to do. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching, and I'm signing out. Peace.